Alright, hey! It's Erika. I'm an illustrator. Welcome to the video. So, a lot has happened since we last talked. I'm currently in art school, attending California College of the Arts and majoring in illustration, naturally. And I really want to talk about all that stuff, but we don't have a lot of time today because I really want to just get this video out and not just obsess over it forever, so here we go. Little warning, I'm not gonna edit this audio, so we're just gonna have to deal with this organic conversation like adults. But yeah, just wanted to pop in and tell you about this piece. So this is based off a concept that I already did originally in like 2020 for Witchtober. It's one of those October challenges where you do make something every day, and this one was obviously witches, and that day's prompt was a forest witch. And originally I thought of this little witch girl in the poem of this giant forest monster, giant creature thingy, and I really loved the concept, but I didn't love my execution, so I really wanted to return to it, and here we go. The sketch for this has been sitting in my Procreate for a while, and I've been just kind of, going back and forth about how to approach it. But after, I don't know if there's necessarily a name for this, but, this is more so an approach you do with, like, gouache, especially for analog pieces, like acrylic and perhaps oil, where you're just, when you do line work, you lay it down and then paint on top of it, because it's analog, you can't just have a separate layer, and then going in and putting in back in the lines rather than just completely rendering it out. And I really love line work, but I really am not about super smooth. Like, I love like the roughness of the imperfect brushes, you know what I'm saying? So I had this image in my mind of doing digital art this way, and at the time I didn't have my iPad on hand, so once I got back and got to get my hands back on my iPad, I just ran with this piece, and I am I was loving the process, and I really love the outcome, so that's why I'm really excited to share with you guys. As you can tell, if you recall my previous version, it was a lot more dark and gloomy, and this one is a lot more, brighter and saturated and very, okay, describing an art piece as yummy probably is very strange, but like sometimes it's like, I think it's maybe because the colors are so saturated, I think of citrus, so I'm like, it's yummy. But like that's what this one really felt like. It was just so like punchy colors that just, make the whole process worth it. I sound like a crazy person. So anyways, part of this somewhat analog traditional approach to it is that I was painting almost like it was gouache, where as in I was working on one layer, which I have done before, but it was so fun. It felt like I had to be really decisive, like with the flowers. I kind of immediately regretted it initially, and my app glitched, which is why it just cut from no flowers to suddenly a bunch of flowers in the view, so I had to commit to it, but it ended up being for the best, and that's one of the things with illustration. Sometimes thinking too literally will stop you from making something really beautiful and awesome. So, that's your little nugget of wisdom today. We're heading towards the end, so I'm trying to think of anything else to mention. Something else that I really appreciate about digital art is that you could mess with the color balance and the saturation, which, as you can tell, I kept messing with the hues. And then, obviously, at this point, I decided to stick with this very magenta, almost yellow-green, yellow and this super bright green to kind of bring everything together. And I just, this is one of those pieces that I'm so proud of. I just keep coming back to look at it again, which is the best feeling ever. And I was on like a high from like doing so well on this that I pumped out a bunch of other pieces, and then my hands started to tingle, which means I needed to do hand stretches. So guys, take care of your hands, do your hand stretches. There's plenty of videos on YouTube to know what to do so you don't get carpal tunnel. And we're heading towards the end. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys hopefully soon. Goodbye!